in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. Off we go from Jacksonville. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. The motion man is Sanders. Look at play action with Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
On first down is Young. To the right side, corralled by Thielen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. A 2nd down throw for Young. Moving to his left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Young hands it to Hubbard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Another run here with Hubbard. We'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Throwing on second down, Young. He'll step up and run this. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
Short one there, caught by Tremble. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3, and that's going to set up 3rd and goal.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That into the hands of Hubbard. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Matthew Wright to add the extra point. He's got it. Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Down the field, he's got Washington. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Derek Brown in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They put Strange in motion. 2nd down, Lawrence. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
And it's this pass rush. They've made their presence felt here in the early going. That's 2 sacks now for them on this opening drive. And you have to imagine, Mike, there's going to be more sacks to come if this offensive line doesn't clean things up.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The Panthers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The motion man here is Mitchell. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd down and 3. Tremble comes in motion. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So, after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Here's Young. That one taken in by Ted McMillan. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On the return, here's Washington. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Jags offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. So after 1, the Panthers off to the early advantage. And we'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. 2nd down and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Moving outside the pocket.
And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike. And with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal. Lawrence will give it to Bigsby. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line, it's 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. That one, taken in. Travis Hunter. Touchdown, Jaguars.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Foye Oluokun with the play. From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Young. Catch made by Thielen. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup there of 13. It's a Carolina 1st down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
Shotgun snap, and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Young. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hubbard. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on time. Now it is 1st and goal. Young. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On 4th down, here comes Matthew Wright for the Panthers field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Wright's kick is good. And the Panthers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
after making the field goal. Here's right now to send this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Etienne. And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. Here's Logan Cook now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. He'll push forward for about a yard. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Second down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw, Young. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Chuba Hubbard, the man he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
He'll try and get there on the ground. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
There he goes again. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. he's able to pick up a positive play.
Now a timeout for Carolina, and it's going to be their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They face second down and 7. Now Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. The Panthers, they're going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll come up here, first and 10. To throw is Young. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it'll bring up second and goal. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Halftime coming up. Let's go downstate. And Scott Hansen has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Washington now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Throwing is Lawrence. This is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind, we're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. On play action, Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Young to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3, and that's going to set up 3rd and goal. Now Young. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up. On is right for the point after. His kick is good. And the Panthers will get out in front 17-7. All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard. On the give, it's Etienne. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back. and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
We'll go back to ETN on first down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. From the 46, here's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll run the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on 3rd down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Now here's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Lawrence. Got a man, it's Thomas. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Here's Bigsby. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That is caught to the goal line and in. Yummy Brown. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and receiver Teneroa McMillan set to take over once again. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Foye Oluokun with the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On the bootleg, it's Young. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Trevin Wallace getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with Young. Oh, he overshoots him. Could have been a touchdown. Instead, just goes down as an incompletion. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it's going to be third down. Leggett in motion. From the gun, it's Young. Open man, left side, he's got it. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Panther first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They'll motion over Thielen. A second down throw for Young. A throw on the move is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, Young taking off. He'll try to get there. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal.
This is the point in the game, Mike, we're on third down. You have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. You're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Throwing is Young. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker, getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it third and goal.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
After making the field goal, here's right now to send this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Allen. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Lawrence will give it to Bigsby. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And this will be incomplete, but there's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball. What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. They put Strange in motion. Bigsby. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd, under pressure. Now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
You have to wonder if we look back at the end of this game, Mike, and say, was this a prime opportunity for this offense that they blew after that 3rd down sack? An opportunity to take the lead here late in the game, and instead, I think there's a real decision about whether or not they should just take the 3 and chip away at this lead.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to cut the deficit in half. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Big points there. They are back within 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll run with Dowdle. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Young. He'll step up and run.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Now Dowdle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Young. The pass taken in by Dowdle. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Young. He'll try to run for it.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The Jags offense ready to get back at it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. 3rd down coming up.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now it's Horn. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. Here's a carry for Dowdle. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. It is 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Going for it all. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're 2nd, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Another ETN in the NFL. It's rookie Trevor. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Here's Young to throw. Now he'll air one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. In motion is Hunter. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. The throw on the run is complete. Here's 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Allen. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing is Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Lawrence now. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. To throw is Lawrence. That's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a 1st down. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.